So one of the most frequently asked questions I get is about finding purpose. And I've made a video in the past or a recording talking about inner and outer purpose and how our inner purpose is essentially living in the moment and connecting with presence. And you fulfill your inner purpose when you are present in whatever it is you're currently doing. So like by listening to this recording, being in the moment right here, right now, you are fulfilling one half of your purpose, your inner purpose. And you can deepen your inner purpose when you get more and more present in whatever it is you're currently doing. Right here, right now, in this moment. Inner purpose realizes about being rather than doing. And when you're searching for answers outside of you all the time, when you're focusing on taking action and doing something to get a certain result, and you think that that result alone is going to provide you with that fulfillment, I think if you think that you're going to be fulfilled while doing that, I just don't think that's the case. I think when you focus on being the one who you want to be in this moment and focusing on being, just period, being here, being in the moment, then that's when you start to embody the change that you would like to see. You're not going out and getting it, you're just being it. And that's the difference. When you feel it in the moment and when you focus your energy and attention on presence, then you're more on purpose, period. And outer purpose, and this is just a recap of a old recording I made, so you can listen to that old recording. It's called Inner and Outer Purpose. But outer purpose is when you deepen your inner purpose by focusing more on presence, you get more connected to knowing your outer purpose, which is what most people think of when they think of their calling or their purpose in life. And it essentially involves all the activities and actions that you would do on a consistent basis that tend to involve your individual talent and skills. And hopefully that ultimately helps other people as well. And outer purpose, it refers to specific goals and aspirations that we pursue in the external. Now, the purpose of this recording, that was just an overview. Again, the purpose of this recording is I want to talk about 3 states of being that you can read about in The Power of Now and A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. And these 3 states of being, I believe that when you can fully appreciate and immerse yourself within these 3 states of being, then you're going to be more aligned with the things that you should be doing, I believe. And you'll be more connected to your purpose, period. And these 3 states of being are acceptance, enjoyment, and enthusiasm. If you can connect with these 3 states of being, I truly believe that you're on your way to living a more fulfilled and on-purpose life. I believe that cultivating a sense of acceptance, enjoyment, and enthusiasm in all aspects of our lives, we can create a path to living with greater inner peace, happiness, and overall fulfillment. So the first state of being is acceptance. And regardless of what is going on around us, regardless of what is going on externally, things may be going on that we don't want, but we can at least accept it. And if we can't accept it, then we're going to resist it. And the things that we resist over time is just going to keep on showing up in our lives. So even if things aren't going on the way that we'd like, you can at least accept it and bring acceptance to that situation. Whatever the situation might be, whatever it is we're currently going through, if you can accept it, then you're in alignment. And like I said, you may not enjoy what is currently happening, you may not get enjoyment out of it, but you can accept it. And if you can bring acceptance to a bad or unfavorable situation, there's a peace that flows into that situation. Because when you're in a place of inner peace or acceptance rather than resistance, you're able to navigate that situation with a clear mind. And acceptance is key to inner peace and freedom. By accepting what is without resistance, without judgment, we're more, like I said, in alignment with the present moment. And acceptance doesn't mean it's not resignation, it's not complacency, it's, like I said, it's rather a deep recognition and awareness of what is currently going on in the present moment without any attachment or resistance to it. Now, the second state of being is enjoyment. And enjoyment comes when you're completely one with the present moment. When you can enjoy the little things in life, when you can access that level of enjoyment within, then again, you're in alignment. Whether those things are significant or not. You could be waiting at a traffic light and be in the moment and enjoy that moment. If you can find joy and bliss within these things, within these little moments of life, and it brings you inner peace, then you're in alignment with the things that you want to create. And because you're in the moment and you're focused on being, you can embody whatever state you'd like to embody within that moment because you're focused on presence, and there's enjoyment that flows into that situation. A few examples: waiting in lineups, waiting in a waiting room for something, being stopped at a traffic light, eating food even, watching the sunrise or the sunset, being with your friends, laughing, whatever the situation is. If you can be present in the moment and find enjoyment within that moment by just being comfortable in your own skin, then you're in alignment. You're in alignment with your purpose or what you ultimately should be doing. By finding joy and appreciation in the present moment, we can tap into this natural state of happiness that exists within us at all times. When you can focus on the joy of being, just being here in the moment, then you're in alignment, and that's a great feeling. And realize, and this is important, that enjoyment isn't dependent and conditional on external circumstances. It's just a choice to be here, be now, and enjoy the beauty of life that exists all around us, the abundance that exists all around us, the beauty that exists all around us all the time. Enjoyment is here and now, and you don't need to wait for something to happen externally in order for you to experience that enjoyment. It's within you, and it always is within you. Now, enthusiasm is the third state of being, and enthusiasm is essentially you being in complete flow with life. When people say they access that flow state, like that is enthusiasm. And it's fully just you being in the moment, and God or the universe is flowing through you in that situation. And I find personally that when you're in some creative activity, when you're building something or creating something, or you're in this mode of creativity, that's truly when I think that level of enthusiasm is heightened. Like when you're so in flow, doing something that you love, creating something, that is when I think you're going to be at your highest level of enthusiasm and be able to experience that enthusiasm. Time flies by when you're in flow, when you're enthused by the things that you're doing, and you know when you are in flow. Like there's this underlying sense of appreciation and just zest for life, and lust for life feeling when you're creating something or in this flow state. It's like you can't even describe it with words, but I'm sure if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. And it may not be you may not be participating in some creative endeavor. You could be looking at a sunrise or a sunset, like I said, with enjoyment, but just be so at peace with yourself that you experience this enthusiasm. Think about when you were a kid, the things that you used to do when you were a kid, and the things that you loved when you were a kid. Like if you can access that childlike enthusiasm and curiosity, doing the things that you love or just being passionate about something, then I think that's when that level of enthusiasm is going to be heightened. And there's this underlying feeling of delight and just bliss associated with whatever it is you're doing. And enthusiasm is that essential energy that fuels our purpose and direction in life. And when we approach life with this enthusiasm and this flow, and we bring that sense of passion and purpose to everything that we do, this is truly when we're able to inspire those around us and uplift those around us. I'm sure we've all been in a room with someone who's incredibly passionate about something, and they articulate themselves well. They're confident in the things that they're saying. They have this aura or energy about them. And that's when you're able to touch other people in a positive way, because you have conviction around the things that you're saying and the things that you're doing, and you're charismatic. When you're passionate about something, or you know someone who's passionate about something, you could feel it. And you don't even have to say anything. That's the special thing. Like, energy talks, energy speaks. And energy transfer is real. You're going to be able to pick up when somebody is truly enthusiastic about the things that they're doing. And it's not a fleeting emotion either. That stays constant in whatever it is you're doing. It's this deep sense of excitement and purpose that comes from living in alignment with your essence, with the things that you are supposed to be doing. So if you can connect with these 3 states of being by being present, it all boils down to presence and being in the moment. When you can connect with those 3 states of being by being in the moment, you're going to be more connected to knowing what it is you're ultimately supposed to be doing. Period. Acceptance, enjoyment, and enthusiasm. If you can accept the situation that you're in by being more present, you're more in alignment with your purpose. If you can find some sort of enjoyment within that present moment, you're more in alignment with your purpose. And if you find enthusiasm within the things that you're doing, and you have this lust for life, you have this zest around the things that you're doing, this energy that brings this level of excitement internally, where you find complete joy in the things that you're doing, and you're not relying on those things to provide that happiness for you, then you are especially in alignment with your purpose and with the present moment. And you're in alignment with the present moment, which means everything that you do is going to be grounded in this sense of security. And that's a special feeling, because when you know who you are, you're secure about the things that you're doing, you're more likely to be able to impact people in a positive way, and just, like I said, just be more in alignment with your true self, your most authentic self. And that's special. It really is. And this is something that I'm learning myself, and this is something that, like, I don't think anybody's perfect at this, but if you're too focused on getting somewhere, and you're so in your mind, you're so in your head about how to get to the places that you want to get to, rather than focusing on being in the moment and just embodying the change that you want to see, or embodying the person who you want to be, it's going to be a lot harder for you to find peace in what you're doing and be able to enjoy the moment and the journey to getting to where it is you want to go. Like, life happens in the now. We are never not in the present moment. So if your energy and attention and focus is out of the now, how do you expect to be able to truly appreciate what you're doing and find value and learn certain things about getting to where it is you ultimately want to go, or just your growth in general? Really think about this. Like, if life is only in the now and you're so focused on what's to come, then you're not really in alignment, because you're always going to want to be chasing something new. And as someone who cares about growth, it's like a double-edged sword, in the sense that you always want more. There's always more. You always want more. You always want to continue to grow. You always want to reach your full potential. But it's just something that you have to balance. And I think reminding yourself of those 3 states of being, acceptance, enjoyment, and enthusiasm, it grounds you a bit, and it allows you to have this perspective. Life is only happening right now. It's unfolding right now in this moment. So if you can practice those 3 states of being, it's a reminder to be here now. Focus on being rather than getting, doing, chasing. Focus on being and embodying, and really attracting by embodying. Because the things that you need to help you get to where it is you want to go, you're gonna be a magnet if you're focusing on being. And if you're in this grateful state, which comes from being in the moment, looking around and being grateful for the things that you have right now. So again, this is something that I'm learning too. So I'm just sharing it because hopefully it can help somebody. I was recently rereading The Power of Now and A New Earth. I just came across that chapter when it was talking about it, like these 3 states of being: acceptance, enjoyment, enthusiasm. So I wanted to make a recording because I genuinely think this can help a lot of people. So like I said in my last recording, it's hard for me to see feedback on these recordings. For some reason, I can't see feedback really. So DM me on Instagram at Presence of Being if you want me to talk about something specifically, or if you have any questions or comments on the podcast in general. I'm open for all types of feedback. I want to make these recordings more like, I feel like I'm talking to somebody on the phone, essentially. Like I feel like I'm talking to somebody on the other end of this. So it'd be nice to have some sort of feedback, so it could be like a back and forth type of thing. But anyways, DM me on Instagram at Presence of Being. I answer all my DMs. If you want me to talk about something, just let me know. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next recording.